Like a lot of women I've dealt with didn't want me to use protection. They want you to go in them raw. They want you to shoot up the club. When you get on body game, your reality will change. But with everything in life, there's pros and cons. Today I'm going to be talking about one downside of being in good shape, the body game. We mainly going to be focusing on the woman aspect of it. Because I realize once you get in great shape, a lot of women will throw caution to the wind, right? And I really been thinking about it because I let y'all know I shot up the club before, I done slipped up before. I'm not perfect. I done made my mistakes. I try to do my best. I try to wrap it up every time. But, I done slipped up a couple times. I'm going to be real with y'all. But then I thought about it. Why have I slipped up in the past? A lot of times it's because the woman was pushing me into not wearing a Jimmy. I've had a girl in the past want me to get her pregnant. And that's why it's so important to sit down with the women you're dealing with and have conversations, pick apart their brain, understand what type of woman they are. Because I don't try to sleep with women. If I were to get her pregnant, my life would be completely screwed up, right? Now, I'm not saying I want to get a chick pregnant, but I'm saying there's levels to it, right? Like Fresh. Fresh screwed up big time because he got a gold digger, right? He got a woman pregnant that just wanted his money. I try to deal with good women, right? The woman he's dealing with is no good. And you can tell just off her appearance, right? A lot of times when they have a whole bunch of plastic surgery and stuff, they're fake. They fake on the outside, they fake in the inside. A lot of times they go hand in hand. But I was really reflecting on like a lot of women I've dealt with didn't want me to use protection. They want you to go in them raw. They want you to shoot up the club. I've had women tell me to shoot up the club. So I think a lot of men can't comprehend that when they don't deal with that, right? When you don't deal with a lot of women, or when you don't have women that are super attracted to you, maybe a lot of guys don't have that experience of women telling them, get me pregnant. Because that's a high level of interest when she wants you to get her pregnant and she only knew you for a month. And I'm like, no, you're crazy, right? And I'm glad I didn't. With a girl like that, every time I wrapped it up. The girl that wanted me to get her pregnant, this was like 3 years ago. I wrapped it up every single time. And even wrapping it up, I was still paranoid. I'll tie up the condom, take it with me. I'll throw it away in my own trash can. Nah, you don't need anything, But you really have to be on your P's and Q's the more attractive you become, the more you improve in your life, because you have a bigger target on your back. Once you start dealing with more women, it's more a chance for you to slip up, right? Because I've known guys, they told me they only wore a condom once in their life. They wore it once. They didn't like how it fit. It was too loose. It was too big. It was too tight, whatever. They didn't like how it feel. They went on gummy worm mode. Shit, I done been there. I'll try to blame it on the condom, but you got to find which brand you need. You got to find out what size you need and go like that. Look, I like the skin large condoms. I like those because they latex free. They feel pretty good. I can still feel something. So that's what I go with. But I done went through a couple of brands to see which one I liked. And I done had women tell me before, like, oh, I'm allergic to latex. Well, that's perfectly fine, baby girl. I have latex-free condoms, so that's nothing to worry about. So you really got to be careful, bro, because when you in better shape, they looking at you like that. Like, if he got me pregnant, at least he looks good, right? And if you didn't look too good and she really wasn't into you, got it by the skin of your teeth, yeah, the sex isn't going to be as good, but she going to make sure you don't get her pregnant, right? While a lot of time when she's super into you, she'll throw caution to the wind. Yeah, she'll throw caution to the wind. Because when I shot up the club, she was telling me to shoot up the club. Right? That girl I used to be trying to put it on. She wanted to snatch it off my meat. Yeah. Yeah, she like, no, we don't need that. I want to feel you. And it's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of stuff you deal with when you become more attractive. When you got the body game. When you look better than most men. She's not worried about getting pregnant. She gets so into the moment. So yes, you have to be very careful on how you move, man. You can't just be raw dogging everything. Because you're going to go out bad, bro. You're going to catch something, you're probably going to get a chick pregnant. Don't be raw dogging everything. Like I said, I've had friends that don't get a lot of girls, but anytime they get something, they raw dogging. They done put on a Jimmy one time. They said, I don't like how it feels. And they never put it on again. I know a couple guys like that. And that's not the way you want to go. But they can get away with it for now, because they're not dealing with a lot of women. But if they were to get more options, if they were to self-improve and have women come to them, dog, they would be out of luck. They'd mess around and get these chicks pregnant quick. Even my friend that got a chick pregnant, he was working out with me for a couple months. He had a lot of fat in his face. So once he trimmed down, I told him, like, dude, he had a chipped tooth. I said, fix your tooth, man. He fixed his tooth. He was in the gym with me for like 4 or 5 months. And then next you know, a girl was interested in him. He got the first chick he smashed pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't used to that. He wasn't used to girls being into him. So as soon as he got with a girl and she told him, oh, hit it raw, oh, you gonna fall for it. So you got to be on your P's and Q's, man. And this is what you see with a lot of dudes like Fresh. They start getting more options, right? Because Fresh probably couldn't deal with the girl, like the girl he dealing with that got her pregnant. He probably couldn't deal with the girl like that 5 years ago, right? That was probably out of his league 5 years ago. So now that he can get that, he taking too much risk. He throwing all caution to the wind. And these girls, they will, oh, finish me. Oh, I want your baby. They'll hit you with that, bro. So you got to be careful, right? Yes, they super turned on. Yes, they super into you. But these women feelings can be extremely flaky. So she might say, oh, I want you in me. I want you to finish. I want a kid, all this other stuff. And then she's saying F you the next day. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful, bro. But that's one of the biggest downsides to the body game. Some of these women will throw all caution to the wind. I remember I was dealing with a girl from Chicago. Actually, I dealt with 2 girls from Chicago. I don't know what. Black girls from Chicago, it's like they just want to get beat down. They don't want no relationship, nothing. They just both came at me, I just want to get beat down. And she was in college. She lived in a dorm room. And I remember one time, went in, beat it down. We chilling, we talking. Then we ready for round 2, and I couldn't find it. And she like, oh, you're not going to wear a condom? Like, she was like, oh, you don't have to wear it. And I'm like, no, I'm going to wear it. Because she came at me asking for me to be her friends with benefits. And it's like, I don't trust that. Because I'm sure I wasn't the first one. So you really got to be careful, bro. Because a lot of these women, most of these women, bro, they're not pressuring dudes into wearing condoms. I'm telling you, most of these dudes, they raw dogging, bro. But it's the truth, man. But you got to carry yourself in the right way, bro. If you know she gets around, if she gives you any vibe that she's for the streets, dog, don't be kissing her in the mouth, right? If you going to kiss on the mouth, give a little peck, kiss up on the neck, kiss up on the chest. Don't be eating the coochie. And be good with your hands. And wear that Jimmy every single time. That's my advice for you. Do ask me advice for safe sex. That's safe sex right there. If she's for the streets, you probably don't want to deal with her. But if you just feeling like a wild boy that night, don't be all up in her mouth. Be on the neck, be on the chest, and be good with your hands. You can't get any better advice than that. Because the other chick from Chicago, that's pretty much how I did her. I wasn't all in her mouth. I wasn't all over her. I was just licking on them tatas, right? Because I was suspicious of that girl, bro. Because it was weird. She hit me up like she was a scam, or a street stroller, man. Like, it was weird how she hit me up. She was like, do you like to fuck? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like a young man with high sex drive. Of course I do. I work out every day. And then she's like, just started sending me videos. I'm like, oh, she gonna try to get me to pay something. I had a chick at me from Tinder talking about some $50 for a link up. I was like, girl, who you think I am? I ain't paying for nothing. And y'all better not be paying for nothing, bro. But chicks is meeting up for $50, getting smashed for $50. That's crazy. But anyway, she sent me a whole bunch of videos. She like, where you at? She gave me her address. I pull up. I smashed her in the car. But like I said, it wasn't hardly any contact at all. It was like, here, go over there. Hit it from the back. And I was out that thing, and I hit it in the car. And I never seen her again after that. So she lesbian now. I got her on Snapchat. She only into girls now. But anyway, that's why I say, like, you got to move a certain type of way when you know these girls are for the streets. Don't be all up in their mouth. Try to wear protection every time. I know you slip up sometime, but be picky on the women you deal with, man. Once you get more options, be more picky. You can't just be taking everything that comes anymore. Maybe back in the day you could have did that because you weren't having options like that. But once you get your body game on point, once you get your money up, whatever it is, you have to be more picky. You have to disqualify some girls. Because there was times I had it in my lap. I could have smashed a lot of chicks. But I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. because I could tell they were dirty. You know, so try to make smart decisions, bro. Man, I know sometimes it gets hard in the moment when you got a girl and she's cute and she's telling you to skeet up in her. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, because you never know. It just take that one time with that one girl to ruin your life. For child support for 18 years, or you got to take a pill for the rest of your life because you done caught something. So that's all I got for y'all today. You got to move smart, man. With everything, with great strength comes great responsibility. When you having these girls come at you, move smart, man. But that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.